We're going. We're going. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, and all your pets and everything. Um, Here I am again. Scrappin' Lizzie is what they call me in the crafting world. That's my alias. In case the FBI is looking for me, I go by an alias, because I wouldn't want the FBI to find me, whatever. Okay, I'm here today to show you something. Well, let me show you this to show you this. Here I am again with my big fat mouth. But this is a junk journal that I'm making. I'm into making these junk journals. I really like them. I really like junk journals because you just put junk in them. And I have junk everywhere. I got junk all over my house. Junk in the trunk. I got it everywhere. So I make the junk journals. And so, so I just use scraps of paper, scraps of just everything. Now this, like this here cover that I made this with, I made that with a file folder. And so, but I just start covering it with paper. Just different pieces of paper. Designer paper that's left over from another something. And I put it all together, and I make pockets, and I make tags, and everything. And then I add stuff to it. I just keep adding to it. So this one has a pocket, and it's got some tags in there. And there's a pocket, again, with some tags. And then another pocket. I got some washi tape on the side of this page. This page here was made with that jelly printing. I was doing jelly printing, and that was one of the prints that I pulled. And so I use that as a page. And then, see that butterfly? That was cut out on the Fisker's fuse. I got some of the die, that machine, and the dies that goes with it. And so I cut out that butterfly, but when I glued it on, I just glued the edges. And then that way it makes the cutest little pocket on there. And then this, I was just playing with the Cricut and did this layering thing. So I used it for a pocket as well. And again, each page is done with a scrap. It's my Joanne's receipt. Had to hide it from my husband. Okay, now, and doilies make nice pages. Scrap paper. Here I made a little envelope out of the envelope maker thing and glued that in there, which that makes a pocket, and I got some tags in there. Oh, and I have another little envelope in there. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I wonder if I've done this before. Oliver, Zoe, 4 mini doxies, and they think they're the SWAT team. They hear a leaf or something outside and they go nuts. Okay, anyhow, here. Okay, this is a map, paper map. That's that page, a pocket with stuff in it. And here is a piece of paper that I tea dyed or coffee dyed, one or the other. See here, there's lines on it there. You can see the lines because I coffee dyed it and then laid it in the oven with the oven on a little bit so that it would dry. And then I just folded in half a piece of paper and put that edge on there and glued that lace on there. And there's another little envelope I made on the envelope machine and made a little, the envelope cutter doohickeys. Made a little card that goes into that envelope. I just love little miniature things. That's fun. Those are fun. Miniatures. Okay. And then, and it goes on and on with pockets and junk. And there's another page of that map. And then lace I have on the edge of that. I do love lace. I think lace is beautiful. It should go on everything. I put some on my husband's jeans, but he'd get all cranky if I did that. We don't want to see him cranky. But, oh, geez, and there goes the telephone. Just a minute. Let me see if it's a real person. No, I don't know that number. So I'll just ring that, mute that ringer. And here I made a pocket just out of a piece of lace and taped it on there with washi tape. and put some cards in there. And there's the other side of the doily. And this is a paint chip. Walmart's got these here paint chips there. Well, I glued it onto another piece of paper. But it says want red, and there's all them apples on there just to show you that color red. And so I got that because you know what, I want to paint my front door red. My front door and my front door, I want to paint it red. I may do that too. And there's some more like washi tape. I mean, not washi tape, but some more of that pulled print, and I folded it in half and made a pocket, and then I have other stuff inside the pocket. Like, okay, just junk, you know, nothing even matches. I don't even know what I'll do with this. But it's fun. Is somebody out there? Oh, it must be a dog. Okay. Anyway, okay, this is where I was getting to. I thought I'd never get here. But look at here. This is like a paper clip. It's a paper clip made out of fabric. Okay, this one is sewed together. You know, I'm not sure where I got this, but I do think that I got this paper clip from Stampin' Up. That's where I think I got it, because there for a while I was getting a lot of stuff from Stampin' Up. And because I have a Stampin' Up lady friend. And so anyhow, and as you go through this book, and I'm not going to take you through the whole book because it'll be boring, but it's a junk journal. But there's a lot of places to write things or to put things. Yeah, I think I've done this one before. For some reason, it's sounding like one of my videos has this ownership of this. Yeah, but anyhow, junk journal. All right. But that wasn't my reason. Was not my reason for doing this video. Okay? My reason here is this. This little paper clip. You can take two pieces of paper and you can paper clip them together because it's got little magnets on it. Okay. There it is. See how it hangs on there on my Joey's receipt that I hide from my husband right there. He'll never see it. Okay, now, this is what I do. I take, now mine's going to be different. Mine's going to be a little bit more on the hefty side. So, what I have, first of all, is I have these magnets. And I do love these magnets. I do love them. Basic Gray is the people who made them. But them Basic Gray people, they need to go back to the drawing board. They need to go back to the drawing board and figure out a different way to package them where you can get the doggone things out. Ooh, that one came out pretty easy. I'm impressed. Okay, well, I need two. A left and a right, or positive and a negative, or a right and wrong. Okay, they stuck together. Okay. So, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel off this adhesive covering, and I'm going to put that right on the end and stick it on there. And then this one is going to go right on this side. Wait a minute. Will this go like this? No, it has to go like this. Okay, so actually I got two negatives together. But they will stick together because I don't have no positives in there, because I must have stuck two positives together. But it'll work nonetheless. I'm going to just put this piece of sticky tape. Sammy, why are you crying? Because your dad's not here, right? Okay, wait a minute. I got to put... Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick that on there. And then I'm going to pull that protective covering off of that tape. And then I'm going to shut this. There you go. Now, there we go. Now we're cooking on gas. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take that paper off of there. Okay, now I'm going to take a little piece of this tape, and I'm just going to put it right over this. And the reason I'm doing this is because everybody else does. There we go. It gives it a little extra oomph and stickability. It'll stay on there. And so I'm just sticking that over that, like that, right there. Now, this is simple as pie. I don't know why people say things are simple as pie, because pie isn't simple to make. I envy people who can make a beautiful apple pie. Now, this piece of cardboard, it's just a light piece of cardboard like you get off a cereal box. It's real light. And I just cut it 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch, and then I folded it in half. All right. Then this is a strip of just paper, and I'm going to put that on the inside, and it's 3/4 of an inch wide, and it's as long as a rope. Now, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that down on top of there. Oh, wait. Elizabeth Marie, good grief. Sometimes I act like I was born yesterday. I forgot that I have to cover this whole shooting match up with some of this here score tape. Now, I use score tape on this. I'm usually a glue user, but I'm using score tape on this. Okay, because I do use score tape on some of my things. And then I want to just trim those edges there. And then I'll just do this. Meshing. Do this meshing stuff. What do they call that? Call it something. Not meshing. Burnish. That's the word. Burnish. I gotta get these right burnish words down. I mean, whatever words. Okay, and so then I just peel that paper off of the sticky, so now it's sticky. And then I take my piece of paper that's 3/4 of an inch wide and long as a rope, and I could cut that just to 3 inches right now, but to me it's easier if I just lay this on here, on the sticky tape, all the way on there. There we go. See how nice? And then I just take my little fancy tonic Tim Holtz scissors that I got 3 pair of because I keep losing them, and I just cut it off right there. And then I know I got it exactly right. And there we go. That goes so pretty. Now, on the outside, you could put more paper. You could put more paper, or if you wanted to be a little bit more snazzy and make it look more of a snazzy, there should be another word. Can't find it in my instant read. You know, when I watch Jeopardy, I a lot of times know the answer, but it doesn't come out my mouth. It's in my head, but it don't come out my mouth. But anyway, to make it look more shabby, that's the word I was going for there. Okay, I got this lace. It's really, really pretty. I got some pretty lace here. See? See this? Can you see that lace? I don't know. It's not showing up on my computer very good, but it's got like lace. It's got a Clooney lace. They call that Clooney when it's made out of like cotton, but then it's got some satin ribbon down the middle, and it's there's a name for it when it's the same on both sides too. Either a handle lace or there's another word, but I can't. That's not coming to me either. But anyway, that's the lace I'm going to do on this one. And so what I'm going to do here now is open that up and lay that down flat, and then I'm going to get my score tape again. My score tape. I always want to call it suquang because that's what it says on the paper, on the back of the tape. So I call it my suquang tape. And so I am going to put that on both edges, and this is the only size I have, is 1/4 of an inch, although they sell it all the way from like 1/8 of an inch all the way to the largest is by the sheet. I mean, they got it in a roll by like 6 inches wide. It costs an arm and a leg though. Just a minute now, because I just, oh, here it is. It's in the floor. It's in the floor. There we go. Now, I just put, I put 3 strips on there so it's good and covered. And then I take my little piece of ribbon. You know what? I wonder if I should, I got this other idea. I carry this cigarette lighter around just in case I decide to start smoking. That's not going to happen. But if you take your cigarette lighter, just go root, root real quickly. Let me see again. It seals the edge just a wee bit. There you go, so that it doesn't like unravel. You can do that like on ribbon and stuff. And now I'm going to put that right there on. I'm going to fold it before I put it down the other side. There, I folded it before I put it down the other side. Now I'll cut it. Then I have no waste. Each one would be 3 inches. No, 4 inches. This is a 4-inch piece. 4 by 3/4. And you know what? That's done. See there? Now it's a fabric paper clip. And so then you know, the Joann's receipt, you can just put it on there. And there it is. So if you're putting it on a page in your, see how pretty that looks? That is really awesome. And then you can put it on a page in your junk journal or your, wherever you want to put it. You can just open that up because the magnet's there. And then you can just put it on a page. And there it is. Stuck on the page. See, actually that's through like 1, 2 pieces of cardstock, 3 with the paper, and another piece of cardstock. That's 4 things that it's clipping on there, and it's really pretty. And you can make them in just many different colors if you want. Now here, that one was 4 inches. This one this one is only 3 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and do a 3-inch one too, because what you do is you just measure whatever size ribbon you're going to use or lace. I have like all kind, you got all kinds of ribbons. Everybody's got like a lot of ribbon. I know that for sure. See, that tried to jump away again on me, but thank goodness it didn't, because okay. So again, I'm going to put that right in the middle of the inside, that magnet, and then I'm going to, because I have 2 negatives here, 2 negatives make a positive. Okay, I'm going to put that little bit of Sucoing tape on there, and then I'm going to pull that paper off of that little piece of, wait a minute. I got to get that little piece of paper off of that tape. I wonder what I did with my little pokey thing. Yeah, I don't know what I did with my little pokey thing. Is that it? Yep, that's my pokey thing. Okay, I'm going to take this little piece of tape off with my pokey thing. That's better, Elizabeth. Now, put that on there, and then I'm going to close it. And then I'm going to open it. And there I have my magnets lined up. So you're supposed to use a positive and a negative, but Elizabeth Marie, Scrappin' Lizzie, aka, she doesn't do things correctly. She doesn't go by the rules. She makes big fat mistakes, and so she has used up all of the positives and only has negatives left. I have a couple more packages, but I guess I need to order some more. I order these off of my friend. I got an online friend. She lives over there in Utah, Hooper, Utah. And she sells things like paper and hard to find things. But that's where I fetch my my tape from is her store. You know, I gotta write her store down because that's it's important stuff. Because I've heard, but her name is, just a minute, Tamara. Her name is Tamara. Her name is Tamara Merrill. Tamara Merrill. That's her name, and she is a miracle worker. If you ever watch any of her videos, you'll see. But she also sells this tape, this here tape. She also sells this glue too. Well, I don't know where it went, but the glue I use, this art glitter glue. I use this. I've used this for years and years. This is like the best glue ever. It lasts forever. You only need a little tiny bit, and she sells that over there to her shop. And her shop is, now I don't know, Country Craft Creations, I think. Now, where'd I put my strip? Okay, now this one is only 3 inches. So I'm going to put my piece of paper that I got already cut at 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to put that on there. And I'll clip it off right here at the end where I don't need it. Now, you could make these just out of paper. You don't have to be getting all fancy with lace and stuff, but just because I have it. Now this is green. This is green ribbon lace. It's got, I used to have a lace store, a lace and craft store, and I sold this kind of stuff. And then I quit having it. I quit having the store. And so, because actually, what I did was I had the store, and we had the store open 3 days a week, but then I worked 4 days a week at my real job. And so I'd work 4 days a week at my real job, and then I would have 3 days a week I'd work at my lace shop, and that made us working like 7 days a week, my husband and I. And we finally decided that that was too much. And so we just closed it all up, and we packed up all the lace and trims and stuff. And we said, we'll just open it up again when we retire. Well, guess what? We retired, and we haven't opened it up. I got to use up 16,000 miles of lace before I die. So, okay, I'm going to do this trick with the lighter, okay? Now, see, on this one now, I am such a klutz. I just dropped that on the floor. Hold on a minute. Excuse the grunting. Okay, there. And I did that without too much grunting. Okay, so now I want this one to have like a little flag end. So I am going to cut that one. I just measured it along with this. I didn't measure it with a ruler because I'm not good at that. So, and I just cut that in that dovetail kind of edge there. And then I'm taking my cigarette lighter that I keep just in case I decide to start smoking cigars. And there, I put that there. Okay, and then I just welded that edge so it won't be fraying on me. So now I'm going to put my tape, my Su Quang score tape, Country Craft Creations, Country Crafts in Hooper, Utah. I don't know, put that in the search and you'll find my friend who sells this stuff. And I mean, if you order it today, she's going to have it in the mail tomorrow. She is like Speedy Gonzales. She is a quick shipper. Now, okay, now I'm getting this on here. See, I'm putting this and I'm folding it. I find that if I fold the whole piece as I'm doing it, it seems to fold better than when I'm actually using it. Okay, so I put that tape on there, and now I'm pulling the tape covers off. Got me a lot of rubbish here. Okay, and here's my little ribbon that I cut. And I'll put that, I just folded it in half to find the middle. And then I'll put that on there. Now see the ribbon is going to hang a little lower than the actual paper clip, because it kind of looks like a little flag. There. It's done. It is completely done. That's the only thing I can really do tutorials on about is, stuff that's simple. And so, do you hear that dog of mine down there whining? She's 15 years old. She weighs 6 whole pounds, and she thinks she weighs 100. Okay, now, see there? Now this is going to go on a page now in my book. Well, I'll put it right here on this map page because I think it'll look good there. Yeah, I'll put it right here. Snap. There you go. And it's on there. And it's like a little flag, and you can use any kind of a paper, or you can use any kind of a ribbon or whatever, lace, whatever. And you could even put a flower or something at the top of it, and when you put it at the top of your page, let that flower stick up some, and that would look beautiful too. And that is what I'm teaching you today about my junk journal. I want you to know that I love junk journals. Oh, on my junk journal, if you look, I got 3 signatures in there. Each one of them groups of paper is called a signature. So I fold my papers in half, and then I stitch them down the middle. Just a stitch. I think it's called a Coptic stitch. You go right down the middle to sew the signature together. And then the signature is actually sewed to the binding of the book, each one, and then I put this piece of paper over the threads. I use a waxed linen thread that I sew it to the binding, and so I put this piece over the binding, the thread, so that it would be awesome. Now, see this square right here? This is a piece of chipboard, and another piece of chipboard, and another piece of chipboard, and each one of them, the back one is just all colored with sprays, and these two are covered with book pages, and then there's some antique looking lace here and some antique looking buttons, and I can see one of my buttons fell off. I've got to find it. And then there's just a little piece of a stamp looking thing on another piece of chipboard, so it's really dimensional. But one day I'm going to do a little video on how I make them, because they're so, I got a whole box full, because when I get nutso on making something, I just make it like 100, and so then I get this whole box full of them, and they're just really cool. But anyhow, and then to close it, I just have this little hair ribbon thing that girls put in their hair to hold their hair up or something. And I use them for holding my bookshelf. Now, this blue one doesn't really match very well, but nothing matches in my house. Okay, now, that's it. Now that's all I wanted to show you. I gotta hide this Joanne receipt again. And my husband doesn't see that. Oh. He wonders why we have no groceries. But anyway, alright. I just want to say that I do love you girls a lot. This one's made with just fabric. But I do. I love you girls very much. I'm glad that you watched my videos. It makes me feel like I've got a friend. See, I'm home alone right now. That's why I had to do this, because I had to talk to somebody, so I'm talking to you. Okay, so I do love you guys very much, and I do hope that you are all safe and that there's no forest fires near you. I hear about the fires that are in our country right now, and I just worry to death about all the people that are in the line of those fires, and I pray for their safety. I do. And so God bless you all, and God bless every step you take today. And I hope that every one of you are happy and that you are healthy. And if you are not healthy and if you are not happy, then you are in my thoughts and my wishes for a better day. Okay, and I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Amen. Goodbye. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Oops, I gotta go up here now. I always gotta go up here and find the stop button. There it is. And stop. Bye. Okay. Okay, you all quit that barking. Getting on the last nerve. Running out of nerves. Completely. Running slam out of nerves. Oh, is it still taping? Oh my gosh. This thing is... How can this thing still be going? It's still going. I did the stop, but...